This week on Not Well, we talk about bad politicians,
serial killers,
and Saltburn,
dickholes and where they're located.
We talk about why this country fucking sucks.
We talk about being feral online. We talk about being misgendered in airports.
And we also just kind of go off on basically everything. So get ready for this wild ride.
And more.
On Not
Well.
No, my puss.
Okay, well, God bless it.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Je m'appelle Bobby.
Je m'appelle Jim.
We're drinking French wine. Welcome to Not Well.
Bienvenue.
Bienvenue today. Cheers.
Oh, honey.
Honey.
Honey, do not spill.
It's Christmas is over.
I know, but not in my heart. All my lights are still up. The tree's still up.
Well, you're supposed to stay up till like
the Epiphany.
Isn't that in like
Insurrection Day, January 6th.
Okay, yeah.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Yeah. Happy Insurrection Day. It's coming up.
Coming up on the insurrection, we can put down our Christmas and put up our American flags and rebel flags.
And also our Trump flags and our Trump dolls.
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
You understand how dumb you do? Like Ted Cruz is lately.
They are unhinged.
He goes, we weren't the party that ended, or we were the party that didn't like slavery. I'm like, you understand there was a major shift in politics.
Yeah, like, no, you're not.
And then somebody was like,
Nikki Haley just said that the Civil War wasn't about slavery.
Yeah,
so
like,
which
how
party
dumb
was
is
it?
she?
Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley held a town hall in New Hampshire last night and answered questions from voters. But there's something she did not mention that's making headlines this morning. The former governor and UN ambassador was asked what caused the Civil War. Here's what she said.
I mean, I think the cause of the Civil War was basically how government was going to run, the freedoms and what people could and couldn't do. I mean, I think it always comes down to the role of government.
And in the year 2023, it's astonishing to me that you answer that question without mentioning the word slavery.
What do you want me to say about slavery?
Yeah, literally.
She's like, they were trying to trick me.
They were not trying to
trick you. It's a Democratic plan. It's like,
to ask you what the Civil War was about, and you're
you
saying,
not even say one thing like, well, slavery was obviously a big issue there, but there also was XYZ.
It was the only issue. They lied about the issue.
Yeah, there wasn't
for
issues.
Years and years to pretend like it wasn't slavery.
Well, at the end of the day, it's capitalism.
Because
again.
they're like, I remember when I was in grade school, they would be like, oh, it's states' rights. That's literally what my teacher in history taught me in 7th and 8th grade. And I was like, but which state right? And he was like, well, primarily slavery. I'm like, so slavery. We don't need to be like, it's
slavery.
States' rights. It wasn't fucking states' rights. There was only one right that they wanted, slavery.
And then Boebert and her tweet that was like, why did they immigrate from Africa then or whatever? What was it? It was like something I'm like,
immigrated from Africa if they didn't want to be slaves. It's like
they didn't join here on purpose.
Lauren Boebert, it makes you feel like you're making fun of a mentally handicapped person. Like, Lauren, you're not, honey.
You're kind of stupid, babe.
Honey.
Babe.
She's switching districts, by the way, because she only won by like less than 500 votes. And so she's going to another more conservative district. It's like, yeah, you better, you dumb bitch.
I'm just over all of that, to be honest. And then,
I know,
then our
same.
little ladybug, have you heard his latest fight?
No, what is it?
Chick-fil-A.
They're fighting against that?
Okay, so New York City's making it mandatory that Chick-fil-A needs to stay open on Sundays.
Oh my God.
I don't know where, I don't really know. They want to
that.
pass a law that says you have to be open a certain amount of time if you're commerce in New York City or something.
Makes sense.
So they're like, we aren't going to let these Democrats do it. I mean, I got to show you. I mean,
I've never heard this.
Oh my God.
He must not be getting fucked as much ever since that Senate office building video got released.
Yeah.
Poor little ladybug can't bottom in the Senate building.
I mean, she is posting shit every day about fucking
Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
The bottom line is conservatives are tolerant. We are, kind of get out of your business. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. It's time to push back. I'm sure this is a publicity stunt, but the idea that the state of New York is going to make a company change its policies ahead from its founding, they want to have one day off with employees to recognize the Lord. Yeah, and they can do it. And to the people in New York who are pushing this, you're in for one hell of a fight.
It's just the perfect example of how America tries to distract us with culture war issues.
Right.
And it's not even like a worthy war. Like, who cares?
His latest fight, though, is Chick-fil-A, and he's like, this is fucking ridiculous. And I'm like...
And do you know how much time he's devoting to this?
Well, that's kind of my
thing. He's not talking about any important issue. It's Chick-fil-A being open on Sunday. That's so important.
It's like...
It's not.
I mean, can you imagine being so homophobic against yourself?
I know.
That you don't come out, you don't ever get married, and
then you defend a homophobic company.
Chick-fil-A. It's like, and Dan Cathy's watching.
Who cares?
He's the fucking owner. That's the one that donated to all the fucking anti-LGBT shit.
I was like, I just know that they fund groups that go to Uganda to prop up the anti-gay laws there.
I just can't understand. like, I just don't understand why people want to put so much time and effort into things that aren't really relevant. Like,
it's not relevant.
Like when people are like, we're going to go do a mission trip and teach people, you need to learn about God. It's like, why do you care so much? I guess because they brainwash them into thinking that we all need to know.
Everyone has to know. You have to spread the word. You got to spread. Jesus said to spread the word. It's like, no, actually, Jesus probably didn't say any of that shit. His followers, just random men who wanted power, wrote a bunch of books about this man named Jesus. Mm-hmm. They could write whatever they wanted. They could make him say whatever they wanted to say. Like, they wrote it later. They didn't write it in real time.
It's not
an actual
Bible.
Recording. It's just something that someone wrote later after Jesus died. So, no, Jesus may not have said that.
Wait, and also, who wrote like the Old Testament?
Random people. It was a different author for every book. It's bullshit. And it changed so many times. The Apocrypha, all these different books that are no longer in the Bible, because throughout the past 2,000 years, the Catholic Church would remove one, put one in. No, this book is no longer canon. Put this other book in. They flip-flopped with all these books.
Based on society, kind of, it seems
over
like.
2,000 years.
So,
and then they were like, this is the Bible. And it's like,
we're going to make sure
it wasn't 1,000 years ago.
In this version, so we can make sure we keep our slaves. It's like...
The Bible is the biggest crock of shit that has ever existed, and people will look at it and be like, it's in the Bible. I'm like, the Bible can have whatever you want in it. Literally, the churches could tomorrow be like, this book doesn't jive well with us anymore. We're going to get rid of this book. It's not God's word anymore. It's just something that a follower of God wrote. But we're going to put this book in. We found this book from 200
Egypt,
BC.
down in the,
or
whatever.
It's made
Galilee.
up. The point is, it's made up. Right. But people act like it's God's word. No,
well, imagine being alive before like the Bible, I guess, per se, and being like, how do we get here? Oh, well, there must be something up there, some man that like maybe created us. Let's write a story.
That's what happened.
There's a man. Exactly. He like made us. And
every society has their own creation myth. And this particular group came up with this little garden and a fucking tree with an apple on it and decided that's the story they're going to stick by.
It's really kind of embarrassing.
It's made up.
I mean, you really think
and people are like, it's not Adam and Steve, it's Adam and Eve. I'm like, that is made up by humans.
Hi, do you remember how he got treated? First of all, if you want to, like, if it was real.
Oh, if it was real, we read through it. It's awful.
Eve is hated. I mean, he's like, we're gonna make childbirth painful for you because you ate an apple.
We will make your children and we made you out of men. Suffer. We'll make you suffer.
Can you imagine? I just can't. So,
anyways, that's the Bible. Anyway, it's fake. Wow.
Whoa, girl, fuck. Make sure you call us 614-721-5336. Nobody calls us. Email us. She's not doing so well.
I thought we had one last week that we didn't. All of a sudden, Sniffy's top choice. Someone is horny. Of course not.
It will be in New Orleans, but...
Oh, I know. I kind of want to see that.
Cute boy Bobby and cute boy Jim. Hello. I have a question for you. Why do I always fucking sing on these? Anyway. How do you feel, or what are your thoughts on the whole, like, animal tribe to gay culture? Like bears, otters, things like that. Is it weird?
Yeah.
Like, if straight people did it, would we be like, that's fucking weird?
Absolutely.
Or is it, like, comfortable?
No.
Or what are your thoughts on it? Also, my second question is, what do you feel like gay culture has ruined for you personally or society? Like, I was just having a talk with a friend and we were saying how, like, he can't even think of like a bear or an otter without thinking of gay people because gay culture ruined it for him or whatever. Yeah. Or like strawberry daiquiris and like fruity drinks is now considered a gay thing. I don't know. But anyways, I love to hear you guys' opinion. thank you for answering that weird question last week too, by the way. I really respect y'all. I really, really respect y'all. I love y'all.
Wow.
And keep it up.
I'm
Bye.
glad we played this.
And people subscribe.
Thank you, Thatcher.
Thank you, Thatcher. It's
Once again,
good to
Thatcher's
hear.
right. Do you know what I just had a thought of? Well, first of all, make a wish. Did it go? Okay. Did you even wish? You just seemed to blow.
I wished.
Okay. No, I just thought, I was like, what if Thatcher's like a serial killer and we've just been talking to him this whole time and the police come to us and they're like, what's your interaction with Thatcher like? Have you ever like directly talked back to him?
Actually,
and we're like, no, we just get messages from him and we answer questions. And they're like, right.
I think maybe because we watched Saltburn that we're all like a little bit on edge. No.
What are you cutting out here? I can't even tell what.
All of it.
Then why are we talking? Okay, never
No,
mind.
I just was
so
giving
we can't even say he's a serial killer? Or maybe I feel like he could be.
I think he just really likes the show.
And that's probably all it is. But I'm just saying, if we both had the thought, we could probably share it and it's fine. So, okay, whatever.
No, we can keep it. No,
let's get back on track. What if he is?
What if I am?
Wow. I'm gonna have a lot of interrogation I don't want to deal with. Like, I'm going to just tell the police, like, I plead the fifth. Like, I don't fucking know who he killed.
Who, Thatcher?
No, you.
Or me.
If you're a serial,
bitch,
like,
I
they're
can't
going to be
even kill
like,
a spider.
They're like, you saw him once a week. What about this? And when you recorded this week, did he talk about this? And I'm going to be like, I don't know.
Did he talk about going into New Orleans and being a whore? Because that's where he's going to
You really are.
murder on the dance floor.
You're going to get murdered on the dance floor.
Honestly.
That hole's going to get murdered.
No.
There's going to be some hot, burly straight guys down there for a good time, and you're going to be getting fucked.
I got to get our shirts made. Like I do.
Yeah, that's
I do.
right. Okay. I just want to say that there are so many things gay people do that if straight people did it, we would call cringe and we would make fun of it. Like all of our dumb phrases, like, yeah, slay. Like,
yes, queen.
If any straight guy kept saying phrases like that and just screamed, we would be like, what the fuck? We would literally look at them and be like, oh, God, you poor thing, you little straight.
But they do kind of.
I would walk around. If I were straight, I would probably walk around and be like,
dog?
This fucking faggot. Like, I would be homophobic if I were straight. You would be. You would absolutely.
Hi,
Even now,
I'm
you
already
kind of are.
homophobic,
Yeah, you kind of
yeah.
are already. You're fat phobic, homophobic. I do agree that I think there are a lot of things we do that are like bears, otters, wolves. Like,
but now
if a straight guy started saying like, yeah, you know what I am? I'm a falcon.
I'm a jock.
Women call me a falcon.
They're jocks, geeks,
but they don't
preps.
call themselves
yes,
that.
Yes, they do.
Oh, really? I haven't heard
Freaks,
that.
emo.
I've heard 0 people call themselves a jock.
You've never heard about
other people will be like, oh, he's a jock.
So you're saying,
but they're
like,
not. They don't.
they're not saying, like, I'm a fucking jock.
They don't
I'm a
self-identify.
prep.
We have gays walking around who self-identify a certain way, and that's it. Like, I'm one of the girls. I'm a Broadway girl. I know every tune. I'm a bear. I'm a big burly bear. Or you have, I'm a fat, so I go to Cannonball. Like the straight guys do not do that.
Yeah, and I think it's also
it
stems from like. Obviously, we have a lot of trauma that we're dealing with.
It stems from oppression.
It's trauma.
We want, first of all, we don't have.
We're creating our own motherfucking world.
We have to have communities, and I get it. I'm not blaming.
No.
I'm not blaming gay people. I'm just saying, if straight people did it, yes, we would.
Yeah,
we would
if
be
they were
like, that's fucking terrible.
I'm a pterodactyl. I'd be like, you fucking idiot. Like, ew.
I know who would be. I have an uncle who would be a pterodactyl.
I know exactly.
Like he's tall, gangly. He does marathons. Yeah, like super skinny.
You can see his veins when.
Yeah. So like, if he spread his wings. So my uncle would be a pterodactyl, but he wouldn't know. He wouldn't say he is.
I mean, I think it's cute or whatever, but it's gone too far mainstream. Like, I think it was more of an underground kind of a thing at first.
Yeah,
like,
it was nice when you had like different clubs, but
nice
now
when
they're
you
like,
just shut the fuck
it's a
up.
bear bar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not though, because I've been there.
It's absolutely not.
It's definitely not.
It's never a bear bar.
There's
anymore.
little like 22-year-old twinks running around. It's not
they
a
want
bear
a
bar.
daddy bear now. That's like the big thing. That's going to be one of my ends. This.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what other things have gay people ruined?
Honestly,
everything.
Yeah, I would say it kind of goes on that same vein, though. I think it's not necessarily gay people. I'm going to go ahead and like clump in some queers into this.
Yeah, it's all.
It's this whole
mainly them.
like. It's the.
I think gay people have ruined pronouns, or queer people. Like,
yeah, no, it's like ridiculous. Like, you didn't have to be this dramatic. Like, honestly, if you wouldn't have made such a big deal out of it, we wouldn't be where we're at right now. And I get it. You want to be what you want to be.
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Gotcha.
Both of you have.
Sorry. Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also.
Well, she did do it intentionally twice.
So you're talking to me too.
You said she and then you said he.
You're being condescending, and if you want to continue, I have full authority to escort you out the building right this moment if you want to play that game with me.
Okay.
Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
I'm good. I'll just put this on.
I
First
love
of all,
that shit.
the response right there was
That's all it is.
I feel like he might have been gay too.
He sounds like it.
But he's like, I'm not the one. Don't come at me with your fucking pronouns and bitch at me because I didn't know.
He's like, I'll have authority escort you out. Do you want to do this? I really don't mind. And
3 days before Christmas.
the man's like, okay, fine. I'll put my like,
I don't
get out. It's just for me. Why do you think a stranger gives a fuck about your pronouns? Like, stop.
Right.
It's not that they're misgendering you. It's that you have a 5 o'clock shadow, male pattern baldness, and you sound like a man. That's the only reason they're calling you he, him. It's not because they're intentionally being like, I'm going to call him him. Like, no.
That
It's probably because you're presenting as a man. Who gives a fuck? That's a stranger. It's someone you're interacting with.
Like, shut
like,
up.
In a few years, it'll probably be a robot
No,
or
this
a
is the
computer
Gen Z,
screen
I
where you're
think.
pressing on something. But right now, it's a human. Why do you care?
Respect me. I'm Gen Z.
Well, it's like that clip that we found of the person who was recording themselves. I have no fucking clue. At the restaurants,
But
being
it's a
like,
setup.
you know, it's a she. I said she. It's ma'am, not sir. I told the other employee it's sir.
I called before and specifically asked for you guys not to misgender me and
like,
you guys dad.
Oh, this person getting a minimum wage who's a server and hates their fucking lives and is hungover.
And you're
going to
sit here eating oysters and like, recording the whole time.
It's ma'am. And you're recording this for your TikTok
I'd be
channel.
like, ma'am, get your fucking phone away.
Yeah.
Ma'am, leave the restaurant.
Ma'am, you can get out. So
I don't really care what your fucking pronouns are. That's
it's
the thing.
different if it's like your friend,
But
and
then
your friend knows that you respect them, and you want them to use certain pronouns. Yeah, they should, and I should too.
That's in your circle.
That's in your circle. Out in the real world, I don't give a fuck.
No, like
I don't want to start walking around with buttons and little stickers on saying everyone's pronouns. So I have to like look down at your shirt first and be like, he, oh, sir, oh, sorry. Ma'am, what's that, ma'am?
Oh, wait, you go by he, she, they, them, each. Like, okay.
And some of them use all three. I mean, it's just like, I get it.
I don't.
I understand it's your identity, but you can't expect other people to constantly change their lives for you, especially if you're a stranger. If it's your close circle, yeah, they should respect you. But you shouldn't have someone in your close circle who's not going to respect you. So it's on you.
It's a problem for me because I have to end up explaining myself. And not myself, but like some people
you have
who
to
are
protect other people.
So I feel like
I have to explain for other people. I have so many straight people coming up to me,
like,
cishet
I don't
people
get it though, and
who
I'm
are
like,
I don't really get it. I'm like,
I don't
either. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm like, well, I do. Like, I get it, but I'm just gonna let you know, like, people. I was talking last night at work to someone of goodwill, a very nice straight guy, 2 kids, a wife,
hot.
But he's so
he's
he
fuckable.
played
You wanna talk to him
he
otherwise.
played soccer in
those
high school and I
legs.
think college, like so fucking hot. But anyways, he literally told me, he's like, no, yeah, like I'm really trying, but it's still a struggle. I'm like, that's okay. It's a struggle for everyone. And
It's
he was
even a
like,
struggle for us.
He's like, sometimes I just don't understand, like, am I offending people or if they're going to get mad at me if I do something wrong? And I'm like, yeah, because we have people on TikTok who are calling straights out and calling other people out for misgendering. You have this shit, like you're at a Delta counter trying to rebook your flight and you're worried about your pronouns.
Why don't you worry
rebook your flight and sit the fuck down?
Mm-hmm.
Stop causing a scene and then you're filming it. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I can't tell you how many times I've walked around and I've been like, this person is clearly homophobic. They don't like me. They don't like my nails. They don't like I'm a he, they. Whatever. I don't care about that. I just want to get the task done. I'm like, can you help me do this task? I don't care how you feel about me or my personal life or the fact that I have a husband. Just do the task that you're assigned to do. Thank you. That's all. Let's move on. But right now we have people who are trying to make a scene and make a name for themselves because someone's misgendered them. Oh no.
But it's like, that's the part. It's
and
like
then that's
like
making my friend who is of goodwill and wants to be respectful feel worried, panicked about interacting with people like us because he's like, oh no. So like if I get it wrong, are you going to record me and cancel me online?
Yes.
Stop doing it.
That's what's
happening. Stop doing it. Stop caring if someone misgenders you. Move on if it's not in your close circle. That is out for 2023. Being misgendered 2024. I don't even know the year. I'm pissed.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
Okay. So yeah. So
there's the anger I was talking about.
There you go.
I'm worried. I told you I was worried.
Don't be worried. I know you kind of almost like got me earlier. You're like, we don't have to talk about it. I'm like,
well, we have to. Of things that are out for 2024. Do you have a list?
I have a list, and you sent me a list that I thought was funny, but then I was like, I'm gonna try to
come up with your own.
And I kind of asked some people, pulled some gays, and So 2024, what's going to be in this year? Okay.
Okay.
So my list is as follows. Okay. Barry Keoghan, and he was Oliver in Saltburn.
Amen.
Pubic hair is back.
It really is. I'm tired of this. Like, I'm looking down and I'm like, I don't want to get hair in the teeth, but when I'm blowing you, but like, I want a little hair.
Yeah.
You got to be of legal age. Like, I don't want you to look 12.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And that's like going to be a big thing again. Like people are calling that
pubic hair is in.
Kroger delivery, but only on the Kroger truck. So if you don't know about this, you can get Kroger to deliver. You pay like $50 a year.
It's so worth it. Yep. My mom told me.
Oh, it's the best thing ever.
Like, wait, what? You don't have to get expensive Whole Foods or Amazon or fucking Giant Eagle shit. You can just get
your Kroger Plus card out, babe, and you're good to go. So, and you can like follow the deals. Like I only shop off the fucking deals. And
That's
then I
what
save
Matt
so much
said.
money.
Matt went to Kroger last time. He was like, I had a coupon for this, a coupon for this, a coupon for this.
But when you go to the store, for me, I lose track. And I'm like, I can take this. I'll do this. And then when I'm on the cart,
$300.
I can go,
it's like you get to the checkout, you're like $300. Yeah. Okay, I got like 4 days supply, but
that's what it feels like too. I'm like, okay, what did I actually get?
I'm like, I think
cottage cheese.
I literally planned for 4 meals, so okay. Good.
Gypsy Rose, which she got released.
Saw she got released. You know what? What's the show or movie I need to watch on her? I just know her. I know her story, but I never watched it.
Oh, on Hulu, it's good.
Now, is it like a documentary or like
it's
a show?
Mockumentary. It's a
okay. So like
show.
someone's playing her.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see.
It's
that.
really interesting because you're like, what the fuck?
I feel bad for her. Okay.
Yeah, it's terrible. Supposedly, this is what somebody said. Facebook is back in, that the younger generation is joining Facebook now.
Now, it does have a lot of features that I could see why. I mean,
they have
about
these groups now. I'm noticing a lot of like groups.
Okay. We can try that out.
Apparently, TikTok dances are coming back.
Yeah, they got annoyed. Okay, they were in at the beginning of the pandemic. Then they got out the past 2-3 years, and then
now apparently they're coming back in.
Good. Good. Okay.
Cannabis.
Do. Okay.
I'm doing the chicken dance, I think. I don't know what I was doing.
So cannabis.
Cannabis.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's going to be a big topic this year. Countrywide, worldwide. Like, this is ridiculous.
No, we're going to have to. Biden's going into an election year. Like, he knows he needs to make it legal federally because, like,
well, it's already starting.
Or at least deschedule it.
Yeah,
like it's not as dangerous
dumb.
as heroin or cocaine. We all know this.
Like, let's stop. Let's stop the bullshit. We're all traveling with it on the airplanes. Like,
Ohio just passed it as a law that it's legal. So, yeah. Okay.
Put semaglutide because obviously.
Do you know what I think, though? I think we're getting some newer ones that are going to be in, and I think semaglutide's out.
Really?
Because of the side effects. You're not getting any, but
no, but a lot of people do. I mean, there's like probably 10 to 20% of people that can't do it.
But there's some newer ones that, yeah, I know. I have 2 friends who started it at work, and they're like, "Do you want my supply?" I'm like, "Why? You spent like $400 on it." They can't do it.
It's because they don't want to.
Matt's sister didn't lose any weight on it. She did it for 6 weeks. So I'm like, "What is she eating?"
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what did you buy? Or what did you buy? I was like, you should lose weight.
Where did she get it?
I lost 6 pounds in the first week. Like,
yeah, where did she get it?
Literally.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. And my last thing for the ends for me is, well, this was the group talked about homosexual George Santos as a gay villain.
I didn't think he was going to stick around.
Have you seen the whole Z-Way?
Yeah, I saw that.
It is like
he's like, I'll be back.
I feel like I like him better if he would just shut the fuck up
about
and just
politics.
be gay.
Yeah, yeah. If he were
just be gay,
if he were just gay, he'd be fine.
He'd be annoying still.
You're right.
But I'm feeling like maybe he can do a turning point. I don't know.
I do feel in 2 years he'll be a guest judge on RuPaul's Drag Race,
and he'll be like, "I'm a full Democrat."
Like, literally, he'll flip. Yeah. He'll flip and be like, "You know what? I'm a liberal," and it's like, girl.
So not necessarily him is in, but
like his personality,
him being a homosexual out in public is in.
I love it.
Okay. Do you have any ends that you want to read out while we're on ends?
I didn't write anything down.
Okay, so you want me to just keep going then?
Yeah, keep going, honey.
Okay, the outs. I put TikTok stars because I feel like a lot of influencers and like everybody's becoming famous on TikTok.
We're tired of it.
I don't think it's happening anymore. It's more of an information situation, not like I'm famous. Like nobody cares.
We're done with the influencer. And the influencers, especially the male ones on TikTok, their nudes are all out now. Like they're all doing OnlyFans style things. Like they're not even like hot to follow. It's not like they have anything of value to say other than their bodies and faces. And now you can see the full body and face, and it's like, okay, next.
Just go on Twitter and see their dicks.
Right, it's like, next. So yeah, influencers
should have kept your personality going. I was just way more attracted to you before I saw you naked.
Amen.
Florida.
Oh, amen.
Man,
yeah,
but this
honey.
has been.
It's been out for years. I like when I have friends
like
who
Florida's
still go,
constantly
I
out.
have friends who still like, we're going to Florida. I'm
I like Will
why?
Manners, except for
like,
Will Manners.
why are you going there?
I feel like Will Manners is the only thing that gets a pass there. I really
even,
do.
And even then, you remember going there.
But it's like, it's not like there, it's like all gay, but like
is.
Florida in general just sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Travis Kelce, he's out. He might not be in for some of you.
I don't even know if he was ever in, but like, I'm sorry, like Taylor Swift fans.
The whole thing's out.
She used more carbon emissions to go visit him at his football games than most people use in like 5 years of their lives. Like, it's horrifying. Like, Travis Kelce out.
Trump out.
Yeah.
Which still just like a mandatory, like.
I'm honestly, I can't wait for him to die.
Same.
It's at the point where I'm like, I know he whips up a frenzy now and everyone's like, Trump, we need President Trump back. And I fucking hate Trump.
Though.
Trump's ruining the country. Trump. It's like, guys, you realize he's going to die. Like, you realize he'll be gone. And then in 10 years, what are we going to say now? Like, this is just America. Trump's just happens to be riding the wave of America. We have a bunch of bigots who fucking love him.
A bunch of fucking idiots.
And they're like, he's our savior. It's like, no, he's going to die.
He's
like,
standing
who's next?
You want to make fun of Biden, but he has to stand on these pads now to not fall forward.
I know. They're literally the same. They're exactly the same.
Yeah,
two sides of the same coin. Trump, Biden.
Yep. Britney Spears' sanity. Apparently on TikTok, she is absolutely batshit.
Oh, is she going back?
Which I haven't seen.
Maybe she's just manic. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, but that's kind of the Iowa caucus out. It's dumb.
Every time I'm in my car and NPR's on, they're like, the first primaries are just weeks away. I'm like, it's December. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't give a fuck about next November. So you're telling me I'm like the next these Iowa caucus bullshit things, they don't matter. Like, Iowa is a very white rural state. It does not represent America. So I don't care what Iowa is saying about whichever Republican they want. It doesn't matter.
It's so bad.
It doesn't matter. Like, and that's why the Democrats were like, Iowa's not first anymore. We're going to South Carolina, which is a better mix because there's actually minorities in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Like Iowa is old white farmers. I don't give a fuck about Iowa. Anyways.
Well said.
Next. What
I
else
also
is
want
out?
to throw in that a little like part A, pollsters and polls. I think it's all bullshit. I've never been asked to be polled. I've never been polled.
Never.
It seems like they're finding these people like
you're
in
nearly
the slums
40 and you've never been asked.
Right.
And you live in a swing state.
So
or
I don't believe in
swing
polls.
state.
I think they're actually fake as fuck. I think it's just media being like, we took a poll
All
and
the
it looks
polls
like it's
said
58%. It's
Hillary was winning.
Yeah,
all the
no
polls
polls.
had Trump winning.
No polls. The red wave, no polls.
Red wave in 2022
No polls.
didn't happen. Like, the polls are false. Yeah.
False. Online dating. This was what somebody said. That's
Amen.
out. I mean, I think
it is. I'm done. I can't tell you how many female friends I have who are like, I've been through all of Hinge. I've been through all of Bumble. I've been through all of. I'm like, right, because it's not real.
you have to actually meet the people in person. That's the problem.
Through all of it, you probably swiped left on so many people that you would have liked in person, but you swiped left because of one picture or one comment on their thing.
Yeah.
Do you know how imperfect people are? Like,
No,
I
and that-
constantly look at my husband and I'm like, if I told him, like, if we met today, I'm not sure we would be together. And it's not because I think he's a bad person now or then. It's just a fact of like,
Well, your
everything
taste
depends on the
changes,
moment.
everything changes,
depends on the moment.
time.
Right now, when you're swiping through this dating app, you might be a different place in a month. So, like, don't say you've been through everyone and like, oh, I hate online dating. It doesn't work.
Nothing works.
Nothing works. Nothing fucking works. You have to make it work.
And if you're not making it right, so if you're
You
not
have
able to
to.
get to work, I'm concerned
'cause
about
of
your
you.
long-term future because long-term, you have to give and get.
Yeah.
And it's like a push and pull constantly.
We both know people who are perpetually single and complaining about it online and in person. And let me tell you, there's a reason you're single. It's because you're not willing to compromise, because you think you're perfect, because you don't want to admit your faults. It's time to move on. If you want to date someone, you have to compromise. Online dating is out.
Bottoming. Out.
Fully out.
I've actually seen a lot of people on Reddit being like, I hate being a bottom now.
Good.
Like all these all these tops, like they don't understand like the prep for it really.
Or the possibility of failure, or like you're fucking someone and then there's a little shit on the bed. Like, it's not great.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. I hate it. I don't even really. I'm gonna admit this. Recently, I don't really give a fuck about topping. Like, I don't want to top someone.
I like getting blown and jerking off.
Same.
I don't know, why is that fine for me?
exhibitionism, voyeurism.
Yes, I'm into,
I
like, not necessarily
actually exciting things.
Yes.
Like I want to dom someone sometimes.
Getting my dick into a wormhole is not really what turns me on, but what turns me on is being secretive and or like, you know,
yeah, exactly.
Being
like
back
naughty things.
Naughty.
Okay.
Grooming children in church by fear and gaslighting. I'm tired of that. That's out.
It's out. And I'm calling it out now recently.
I've
noticed myself, I'm like, so at church, what do they say to you about this? Like, just ask questions, because when you realize how they groom you and how they groom the children,
they groom children in elementary school by standing for the pledge.
They're 7 years old. They're 7 years old, and you're telling them, like, your body is disgusting.
Yep.
Your body is disgusting.
Yep.
And God is looking down on you in shame.
And you're in trouble.
It's like, oh, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like when we tell little kids like they can't run around the house naked and they're in their own home, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that a problem to be naked? I don't
really
get it.
It's
only a problem for the adults who think it's a sexual thing to be naked.
But that's because that's where your head is. So
that's where your
problem.
head is. But for children, it's not.
It's literally nudity should not.
Nudity should not. Yeah, I know. This is the problem where I'm like, why is nudity bad? But then you go to the rec center and you're allowed to see like old men walking around naked all the time.
Or, you know, these same people that are saying no to nudity are also have children pictures, about 150,000 of them on their computer.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's like a pastor in a church, and they like there was a guy growing
Cleveland. Just recently, a guy in Cleveland. Yep.
I love that you just Cleveland. I'm like, all of Cleveland.
The whole city. Responding with LOL. You aren't laughing.
Honey.
You aren't laughing.
There's not a single person laughing. Oh, I got to get back in my position. My suspicion.
There's literally no one laughing.
I don't give a fuck.
So I responding with LOL because I do it too.
We're all guilty of responding with LOL, first of all.
It's basically for me now, it's like, okay,
it's the
I'm kind of done.
It's like K.
Mm-hmm. It's a new K.
It's the new LOL is the new K.
Yep.
LOL. I'm like, I need you to describe how you're laughing.
Yeah, like what's
like throwing up on the floor laughing. But you're never doing that.
No, I'm never.
Well,
really
you might be with Ozempic.
Depends on who you are. But yeah, the LOL, and also kind of to go with that.
I prefer a long ha 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 instead of LOL.
Well, that's what I kind of do.
I'm throwing it out there. Because like the length of the ha 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 may be real.
I'd rather it's the dead skull, but I'm sure the Gen Z's probably writing that one out. But
the dead emoji?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. They're like, dead is gone.
It's like, you're gone, honey.
It's like, actually, you guys are gone, and so is your future. Okay.
The saying, I'm kidding, after you say something true. No, you're not kidding. I think we need to be a little bit more ballsy. I think we need to be a little bit more...
I'm sorry.
You're just kidding?
I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
No.
It's true.
In for 2024 for me on my list was...
It's like real.
And this was rough. Honesty with yourself and other people.
Yep.
I want you to be honest with what you can and can't do, with what you can and can't tolerate, and your opinions of other people. Just let them know, because it will solve so many problems if you tell someone that you find annoying that you actually don't want to spend time with them. Just let them know, because they might keep asking, and every time they ask, you're like, oh, fuck, I have to make up an excuse. You don't have to make up an excuse. You can just say, I don't want to hang out with you.
You don't have to hang out with drug addicts and try to like be their savior. You don't have to do these things.
Are you calling me out?
No, I'm just saying.
I felt attacked, but it's real.
No, but in general.
Well, not attacked, but it's
not
honest.
Even drug addicts, like anybody. You don't have to do the things that you're saying
You don't have to. You don't have to rescue people.
You're not kidding.
You don't have to hang out with people you don't like.
Just be direct.
Be direct.
And it's harder and let me tell you, it's also harder because I'll be the same one to say, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding. You don't usually say something unless...
I'll share a story, and maybe Matt won't like hearing this, but no, he will. He won't mind. He knew it was true. Okay. Yeah. So, Christmas was a weekend. We went to my fucking grandma's on Friday. Mm-hmm. Saturday, I had to go goddamn shopping for several things. And then Sunday was Christmas Eve. We went to Matt's family, which we had to drive to New Lexington, an hour and some away. And their Christmas Eve celebration started at 7 p.m. Yeah, 7 p.m. because they had to go to church at 5 or whatever the fuck, 6 p.m. I'm like, Matt, we can't have Christmas Eve in another city starting at 7.
No.
Like, I'm already tired at 7.
Right.
It's dark out. It's winter. But that's... Besides the point, it's not their fault. We had fun there. Okay, so we come back. Christmas Day, we wake up, we open our presents. We then have to drive to my family's, which it was worth it because it was a great Christmas day at my parents'. We were there for like 7-8 hours, whatever. And Penny got to come, so it was fine. Then during Christmas Day, Matt gets a call from his mom and dad saying, hey, we were going to go visit your aunt and uncle in Toledo tomorrow. So the day after Christmas, after doing 4 days of busy shit, driving here and there and shopping and all that, I'm supposed to go to Toledo on Tuesday. And I told him I can't. I said, I'm too tired, Matt. And I work the next day at 7 a.m. Like, I can't spend 5 hours in the car on Tuesday going to visit your aunt and uncle. I said, FaceTime me when you get there. And it was great. Like, they actually loved it. And they're really nice. I can't wait to visit them. But I told Matt, I said, let's just visit them on a weekend. Okay? So, yeah, be honest. That's in for 2024. Be honest with yourself and other people.
I agree.
And now we're getting to the point where it's like late. I don't know how we talked this long, but I have a lot of things.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, that's the ins and outs of 2024. Send us your own. And
I want to know if you know people like this, because I met someone at Matt's. You probably do. I met someone at Matt's family Christmas on Christmas Eve, and it's his like niece's boyfriend or husband. I can't really tell because his family is all kind of like non-traditional and just like fucking random people and having kids with random people. But the girl goes, oh, we're gonna have to find something for my boyfriend to eat, Matt's niece. And I said, okay, well, he can have, like, he won't eat the tacos, because Matt's mom, we had tacos on Christmas Eve. It was they tasted great though. Like, to be honest, it's a weird thing, but they tasted fine. I'm kidding. No, it was very fucking weird.
Yeah.
But his mom made me fake ground beef, which was like super cool. She's never made me fake meat before.
That's awesome.
I've always had to bring it. And I even brought it this Christmas Eve. I was like, I just had to put this in the skillet. She's like, I made you fake meat. I was like, Matt's mom was above and beyond.
That's awesome.
But anyways, Matt's niece's boyfriend doesn't eat ground beef. So I was like confused. I'm like, okay, well, he can have some of my fake ground beef. And the niece goes, no, he's not vegetarian. He's just more kind of a chicken nuggets type of guy.
So we have a picky eater.
Picky eaters. Picky eaters need to jump off a cliff. Like ancient Sparta, like you are the weak link in everything. If you're a picky eater,
if you're an adult, you're still worried about eating tomato sauce or whatever it is.
No, like you can't eat ground beef. You're an American. You can't eat ground beef.
Have chicken nuggets and mac and cheese, please?
Chicken nuggets is his
yeah.
So that's out for me. Add it to the list of things that are out. Picky eaters are so out.
I've always been over them, to be honest.
Honestly, my whole life, I had a cousin who only ate white foods. So like at Thanksgiving, she would have a roll, mashed potatoes, plain turkey, no gravy, because it was brown. And that was it.
No, that seems entirely racist, but I don't think it is. I think it's more just...
It is. It's racist eating.
Racist eating. It's. Speaking
of eating, this past week, I've had a question. Well, you just hate eating because you're on a drug. We know you love eating. I'm kidding. So I have been buying this. My friend suggested this and I tried it out, and it's actually great because I love getting bagels and cream cheese, but I hate that cream cheese doesn't last that long in the fridge. And I hate that if you get 6 bagels and you get tired of bagels, they don't last that long.
Correct.
So you can't finish 6 fucking bagels unless 2 other people are helping you.
Yep.
Because after 3 days in a row of eating a bagel, you're like, I don't want 3 more bagels.
Also,
I'm sorry.
Hard.
They're it's a lot of dough. They get hard.
One day.
They get hard.
Honestly, they're only good and fresh one day.
And that's why I go to Stoff's and get a fresh bagel, like if I want one, because I don't want to buy a fucking bag of 12 bagels from Costco and let them sit there.
A bag.
So what I've been trying is you buy like a good bread and then you toast it and then you spread Laughing Cow cheese on the bread like it's cream cheese, and then you put like salt, pepper, and a little like herb seasoning, and it's like an everything bagel. But what I'm wondering is Laughing Cow to you a fat girl snack? Have you ever had Laughing Cow?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Did you have any friends in your life that had Laughing Cow? And let's describe them. Right.
They might have been chubby. Just kidding. Well, no, I'm not.
No, growing up, for me, Laughing Cow was only eaten by the fat girls
and my string cheese as well.
String cheese.
Diet Coke.
And because it's low calorie, and I realized why, like one Laughing Cow wedge, it's like 20 calories if it's the light version.
Is this the same thing as like when you open the red thing?
Yeah, the Baby Bell. Yes, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
same exact thing. Yeah. Where they're like, I want cheese, and they know it's only 20 calories.
Diet.
So they're like, I'll just have a Laughing Cow as a snack. And all my fat girlfriends, like growing up, always ate Laughing Cow.
But they can't stop at one.
No,
we know they can't.
They have like 5 of. They would have like at lunch, they would pull out like 4 or 5 from their bag.
What? It's only 20 each.
And I'm like
68 calories.
I'm adding it up, and I'm like, you may as well have eaten like a real piece of cheese that actually tastes good.
Right.
because here I am doctrining it up with like salt, pepper, and like these herbs from Penzies, which I love. But so I just didn't know. So that's the same experience. Like Laughing Cow for you.
So
is,
it's like that cranberry juice. There's certain things that just like only
light
our
cranberry juice. You mean
chubby girls do?
Light cranberry juice, which Matt's been buying, which is filled with sucralose and aspartame. Which I'm like, I think I'd rather you have just a small glass.
Sometimes I wonder if
cranberry juice. I think
actually
they keep us fat by making these diet products to trick us into thinking like, no, it's low calorie, but it's filled with fucking chemicals that make you crave it more or make you eat other things more or make your metabolism slow down so you can't lose weight.
Yep.
I don't believe that this diet culture is real. Like they've done studies where they show whole milk, whole cheese, like full fat butter, all this stuff is better for you than low calorie things.
Well, and I'm wondering too, just like in general, being on semaglutide, it's changed my. So if I had one Coke a day, like even just one Coke,
yes,
it's probably better for me than this
5 Diet Cokes.
Yeah,
or
because I always want more.
Or if you don't eat a big lunch and you don't have snacks all afternoon, and then you eat one piece of pizza with real cheese on it, you're still losing weight.
Yeah. Oh.
Because it's just the real shit.
Also, I've been looking at the macro thing, and that's actually like where it's at, in my opinion. Like I keep tracking because I'm
macros are in for 2024.
They're in. I hate them. I hate them. But
hated
MyFitnessPal does it pretty well.
I know.
To where I can get close.
Honey.
Also, sodium's out.
Okay. Now, this is something about Christmas gifts that I realized. I got this for my parents, and I just want to know what you think. I want to know, do you own any vests?
Yes.
Now, do you wear them?
In like Colorado, Utah, those places.
Only those places. Okay.
Or when it's cold.
So when it's freezing cold out.
Yeah.
But do people ever look good in a vest?
It depends on you.
I've never seen a person look good in a vest. I've seen people.
I think I look hot in a vest.
I've seen people who look like tech bros in a vest, and they just
like. Are we talking about like a puffy?
Any vest.
I don't wear like a vest like a Mr. Rogers like or like. I'll do a puffy like a puffer coat.
How do you know it doesn't look like a Mr. Rogers on you?
And my question though too about a vest is it doesn't keep you warm.
And that's my problem. Is what's the utility of a vest? It's useless. But I see people and I'm like, are you just trying to look like you're rich and you're like a financial advisor, and so you wear a vest when it's cold out, and it's like little. You put your hands in your pockets and you're like, look at my vest.
Look at my vest.
If it's not keeping you cold and you don't really look that great in it,
why are we wearing it?
And a lot of people will zip them up and just look really fat in them because it kind of like your arms are out and your arms look skinny, but then you have a big fat belly zipped up in a vest.
Chasers.
I don't like vests. I'm sorry. Like I got one for Christmas.
I don't like vests.
I don't think I'll ever wear it. I don't think I'll ever wear it.
Vestulas? I'm making that up.
What's a vestula?
Or what's the little thing you ride?
A hover round?
No, it's like a vest.
A Vespa.
A Vespa. I don't like those either.
Vespa is like the moped.
I don't like those either because they don't make them for fat people.
You know what? A Vespa is like a fat girl. Like a lot of fun to ride, but you don't want your friends to see you riding.
You don't want to put that in your garage.
Right.
You don't want to keep that.
And no offense to fat girls out there. Like we don't give a fuck if you're fat. Look
at me.
I'm kidding.
I mean, look.
So,
no, you're not.
No, but we really don't. Like, I don't care if people are fat at all.
I don't care if you're fat. Honestly, I'd rather be fat.
That's a dumb joke about Vespas and fat girls that Matt likes, and he always says it.
If you're offended by us calling you a fat girl, like, you are obviously haven't listened to the show.
You have other problems. Like we don't give a fuck about fat people.
We're all like everybody's fat. To be honest, I mean,
no one cares here about being fat. That's why we're not on semaglutide to try to lose weight.
Well, I have something. Did you see on Twitter? Because Twitter's been our new thing now. I feel like because a lot of the gays which I want to start that.
The gays are going.
They're fucking nuts right now. There's something happening.
And this goes right into my next comment. But yeah.
So there was this whole thing online. Now all the influencers and all the like OnlyFans guys are like, do I have a boyfriend dick, a husband dick?
Oh my God. I'm so glad you fucking brought this up.
Oh, I was like, this is absolutely unmotherfucking hinged.
I'm seeing guys on Twitter with an 8-inch thick cock being like, boyfriend dick.
No.
That's not a boyfriend dick.
No.
No girl, no
dick.
man, no they, them. No people want an 8-inch cock shoving up their asshole as they cry, being like, yeah, honey, I love it.
Oh.
It's not hot.
It's not hot. It hurts.
It's not hot for any hole. If a girl with a vagina who has to shove a baby out of it is going, yeah,
it's only
8 inches really big. Like, yeah, vaginas are not that long.
No, you don't have that much room.
You don't need this to go into this. It doesn't add up.
And it doesn't usually add up.
It never does. It
Honestly,
never does. I think you need like a 4-inch cock.
I want to see an 8-inch dick. If you have an 8-inch dick and you
Send
live
it
in
our way.
Columbus, no, I want to see it in person. I want to see your dick and I want to measure it because I don't believe you.
Well, that's the other thing.
Okay.
There's a guy in the UK who has like a 10.5-inch cock, and that's like, honestly, it's on record there as one of the biggest dicks in the UK.
Yeah.
Like a top. So these people who say like they're 8 inches, I don't believe them.
You're 6.
Like you're not.
6.
Yeah. Like there's a reason the global average is like 5.2 inches.
Yeah,
like because 8 inches is very well above average.
Like
So
8 inches is very rare.
Let me see it, and
Okay.
I'm gonna measure it.
But I think it's like 10% of the
they're
population.
measuring from the taint up, and they're like, "I'm 8 inches." It's like, no, you're not. You're 5.5. It's fine.
Like out of a group of 10 guys, 7 of you would have average dicks. One of you would
One's
probably
really
have small. One would be bigger.
One's insane.
Yeah. Or, one isn't. I don't know.
One of these, I don't know. Okay.
So
Yeah,
I
I
saw
agree.
this though on Twitter though. This whole
It's going around.
boyfriend dick, and I'm just so sick of these fucking people who just keep wanting to show their holes and their fucking assholes.
Just
and
post
their
your dick
dicks.
pic. We don't care. Like you're another OnlyFans gay.
Do
we get
I
it.
have a boyfriend dick? Asking for a friend. LOL.
But this is something this is another thing that I think gay people have ruined.
Right.
Dick pics. Because like,
Well, we're overboard.
It used to be like a straight guy would randomly send a dick pic to a girl to try to get her attention, and she would complain and be like, I didn't ask for this. And it's like, no, you fucking loved it. Shut up. Like, just shut up. I'm so tired of they show all their friends, all their gay friends, like, this guy just sent me a dick. I didn't even want it. And I'm like, you wanted it.
I
You
will
liked
say,
it.
I feel like the straight guys.
I prefer straight guy dick pics because
Same.
gay guys will send a dick pic for no reason. Gay guys will post on Twitter endlessly like, I'm so horny after the gym. I'm
It's all
jerking
lubed
off.
out. It's
And
all
I'm like,
cock ringed up.
yeah, I'm
It's
like, I'm not impressed. Like, none of us are impressed. Like, stop jerking off in the
Also-
showers at the gym. You're holding up the shower for 50 minutes while you jerk off at the gym. Go jerk off at home. Go jerk
now
off
this
at
is
home.
coming from somebody who did jerk off at the gym, so just keep that in mind.
Me?
Yeah, we had a full conversation. Well, used to shower a lot in the gym. You go shower, sauna, pool, shower, sauna, pool, shower. Do we not? We just talked about it last week.
I didn't jerk off though.
I know, but you still took a lot of time in the shower. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Are you kidding?
I'm not fucking kidding. I'm not joking, bitch.
This isn't 2024 yet.
no,
you can kid.
so yeah, I'm
you
just
can
kidding.
kid.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. But
yeah.
yeah, so I'm tired of the dick. I think gay people have ruined dick pics because it's no longer.
But
I'm
I think the straight men have now adopted it. Because I know
What?
that a lot of straight men now, like,
What?
on Match.com, they just send their dicks to girls. Oh, yeah. My cousin Heather gets them all the fucking time. All the time. For no reason. They'll send it and then they ghost her, too. Like, some people just want to send it and they're jerk. I'm going to send this to her. Oh, fuck.
No, that's perverted and gross, and you have to get their consent.
Yes.
This is all in parentheses, and I'm rolling my eyes. But
honestly, I think
I
that
don't
should
give
be-
a fuck. I'm
that
like,
should be one
send
of the
me a
rules.
picture of
Yeah.
you.
I want all the dicks, okay?
Send me a video of you jerking off. Like, I'm not.
Can we talk about something else, too?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to forget it, but okay.
Save it in your mind because we have to bring this up. There's something about dicks that I've been seeing on Twitter that we have to talk about.
Oh, my God. I can't wait.
You know that there are some that are pretty, some that are ugly, and some that are just like,
There.
they're like whatever. For me, last week you mentioned pilonidal holes and
Yeah.
the cleft situation.
Yep. Underneath.
First of all, I'm worried that
The pilonidal.
I'm worried that I'm at risk.
You might.
I looked at my hole yesterday before I got in the shower. Like I stood up on the shower.
You could have
I
this-
stood up on the edge of the bathtub, bent over and looked in the mirror. I'm worried.
Now, you could have a sinus and it just never gets inflamed and you're good. That's the thing. I had it for so many years. I remember showing my dad when I was like 13, being like, I have this like extra hole or something. And he's like, I don't know. My cousin had it. So it's like hereditary mixed with
Can
like.
you look at mine? Like I need you to look at. I'm not trying to show you my hole, but
Well, the
look at the
top-
top part.
yeah.
I'll keep my underwear covering the hole.
Just make sure you're like cleaned. Like there's no.
It's very clean.
Do you want
I
to
just
show me right
showered.
now?
Yes.
Then stand up and show me.
Okay, I just showered. That's why I'm like, it's clean, bitch. No,
You gotta
I'm really
just show me the
worried.
top cleft. Like just. Oh no, you have it.
No, I'm so. I didn't want to ask Matt because he has no idea.
Okay, let's see. I'm like a doctor right now. Okay, now.
Is this a right bend?
Yeah, come close. Okay, now pull open your top part. No, you're okay. You don't have any.
Because there's like pink. There's like a different color pink.
I
there,
see
right
that.
by the tailbone.
I think that's probably just like normal wear and tear. I didn't see any sinuses.
Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
so nervous. Like, I don't even have a doctor to go to.
But honestly, if it does happen,
Oh my God.
you have got to Here's my advice on that, just so you don't freak out. Just always wash your asshole, but like don't ever. The problem is like I used to go like
I do
where I would go. I'm not going to shower today.
Oh no, I shower every day.
It happens, but like, and I'm not saying it's nasty that you don't shower, but like for me, I need to go ahead and get in there and.
Oh no, I like rub the whole crack. I like go in the hole a little bit with the finger, and so I'm cleaning out because I don't know when I'm going to get eaten out. Like I don't want to risk it.
You got to get that inner layer to that first little layer. Yeah, get all
like
that
if Matt's hungry, I got to feed him. So I'm not
feed me.
Okay. I was just so nervous.
You're good.
Anyways, so what I'm worried about, and I'm seeing on Twitter, and I hate.
I know exactly what you're going to say. Can I guess?
This
is it. The dick with the hole in the bottom.
It's even worse. That. What is that? What is that? Why is the hole in the wrong place? Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
For me.
And they pee like down.
Yes.
Yes. It's, and I'm not saying your dick is that.
I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying I don't want to see it.
I mean, just kidding.
You're body shaming. You're fucking body shaming. We can't pick where our holes are on our penises. Yeah, but we can pick who's posting dick pics.
Yeah.
Like that's something that you should be like, just not mention, and then like while you're having sex with someone, see if they notice, and if they do, you can say something, but like if not, let it ride, like they don't care. But I am gonna be like,
when you're force feeding my feed with that hole,
what's that? Like I wouldn't post it is all I'm saying.
It's usually like lower. I think it's actually a disease.
When it's under, it is.
Yeah,
it's a genetic problem. Hypospadies. I've looked it up.
Can they like
get us? That for me, that's one of my criteria for a pretty dick. When I'm rating a dick, first of all, is it cut or uncut, and how long is it? If it's uncut, like how long is that foreskin?
I've actually started like
let's rate something. Let's rate them.
Can I say something? Mm-hmm. This is gonna be news. This is breaking news. I'm not like so against uncut dicks anymore.
No, I'm not either. That's what I'm saying.
Like I think it depends on the look. It depends on the situation.
Fully. There's some really good ones. But what I would prefer is that the foreskin fully retracts when you're hard.
Yeah, I don't like the whole...
Or pull it back. Just pull it back. Like, people are like, well, that's how it is. It's like, no, you can make it like...
I feel like it's a lot.
All I know is that if when you're coming, it just dribbles out.
Yeah.
No. That's sad. That's like...
I love it that you brought this topic up, though.
But like these types of dicks, like... I would not put my mouth on that. You're not going to put your mouth on that.
But again, this is also...
And look at that.
Where the hole
look at where that...
Here, it doesn't
look how tight that is. Yeah. It looks like a sweater, like choking the neck. So, like some of these foreskins, like no.
But here's the thing. It's not because your hole's there.
No.
It's literally your dick is just not cute for the internet.
It's not a cute dick.
And that's okay. Some people... Like, I'm not
going to lie.
My naked body on the internet.
If
that's a lie.
We're hooking up with this guy, I would just pull that down and I would get to work. It would be fine. Like it would be fine. Like I'm not.
It would be fine.
It's just like when I'm looking at pictures and I see like trying to if I see 100 dicks and like 20 of them are like this, they're gonna be in the bottom 20.
Yeah, bottom 20%.
So that's for me. The other thing I'm seeing on Twitter a lot, and this is going to Gen Z, which is a perennial pain in my ass because they're just fucking boring. Like I'm sorry, they're boring. They grew up in the wrong time.
Yeah, they're like more like boomers, to be honest.
First of all, Zoomers equal boomers. They're the same.
Yeah.
They're the exact same.
They have a different ideology, but they're the same.
But they're the exact same because they're like, we don't really like sex. And I'm like, yeah, you do. You all fucking do. Because the boomers were fucking people in the closet all the time. They all fucked their secretaries, but then they acted like they were prim and proper at home. Same with the Zoomers. The Zoomers like, we don't really like, I don't like people who have OnlyFans and all this. And like, we don't like sex. We don't fuck. It's just gross how all these people have kink at Pride and everything. We don't like kink at Pride. And I'm like, listen, Zoomers, fucking grow up. We're tired of you.
Yeah.
We're tired of you. And I can just hear Bubble Butt 420 on the comment section on our YouTube being like, you guys sound like such old people and you're just criticizing everything and blah, blah, blah.
You're right.
I don't give a fuck.
We're not kidding.
Zoomers equal boomers. They're the exact same in every respect. I'm tired of it. It's just a different time.
It's almost like worse.
They are worse than boomers
because they're accepting of everybody, but then they're like also they're so accepting, but they have rules.
But there's
rules on every exception. Like
they're like, that's gross. I wouldn't do that. That's cringe. And I'm like, Zoomers, listen.
They're like,
we're tired.
I hate. Yeah.
So here's what they're listing online. You know how like we talked about this before, where people are saying like, I'm so H-word today. Okay. So now, instead of just H-word, which is still a thing with these fucking Zoomers, they're saying things like, I am so feral today. The men better watch out. Feral.
I mean, I have used the term I'm in heat, but I mean, okay.
Oh, you have?
Oh, honey, I'm in heat. I've used that before, but not now.
Well, anyways,
I'm
I'm kidding. I guess you're just like the Zoomer Boomers.
Yeah.
I'm calling them Zoomer Boomers from now on. By the way, like
honestly,
I'm not saying Gen Z. Zoomer Boomer.
Yeah,
they are Zoomer Boomers. Like they're the exact same.
We're in trouble. And here's the thing: we're becoming like
those old catty gays. I know.
Did you?
I get it.
You're the one that sent me that video about the teachers and the
talk. Gen Z's fucked. They have Gen Z raising kids is fucked.
No, but the other generation, Alpha is supposedly a nightmare.
Gen Alpha.
They're blaming us though. Millennials, what have you been doing with? I'm like, I don't.
It's Gen Z.
Hi, it's called trauma.
Yeah, it's not our fault.
It's not our
Gen
fault.
Alpha is literally uncontrollable. And I've met some of these kids because some of Matt's nieces and nephews are just fucking screaming all the time. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, go play with your fucking Christmas toys in the back. Yeah, it's always like some mental excuse. Like, well, they have a touch of ADHD.
Asperger's. Like
my stepson said that the other day. He was like, well, I have ADHD. I'm like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
You just don't. You don't want to focus.
You seem very focused on what you want to be focused on.
I'm like
God.
I'm like, wow, you have ADHD, but you're somehow managing your life without medication or anything. Like you're just going through life doing great.
There are some people who really absolutely.
It's not ADHD.
Yeah.
People who think that when they're lazy, they have ADHD. I'm like, you're just lazy.
Just lazy.
And this is not like shaming you for mental illness. Like there are people who actually have ADHD.
Yep.
And it's very noticeable. And then they do better when they're medicated.
It's actually like kind of sad because they're the ones that are going to get you so frustrated because they're not following through with anything that they're saying
at all
because they can't at all. And it's like really frustrating. You're like, what are you doing? Like,
but then there's the people who are just bad people and don't actually give a fuck and are lazy, and then they blame ADHD diagnosed by no one other than themselves, who are like, well, I have ADHD and I just didn't really want to do that task. No, that's not ADHD. You were bored and lazy.
Girl, you're just
we all have that then. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do my job.
That's actually a real comment.
Do you want to do your job? No. None of us want to do this shit. Just because you don't want to do this shit, you can't blame a mental illness that you don't have.
I want to.
I would love to.
I hate working.
We should just start claiming disability and being like, I have ADHD.
I want to literally sell everything that I own.
It's the most overdiagnosed bullshit that I've ever seen. And these kids are running with it. Like Gen Z, the younger Gen Z and the Gen Alphas are going to be off.
Gen Alpha is going to be the ones that are off the
hook. Off the hook.
I think Alpha
is
going to be wild. I don't think we're going to be mad at them. They're going to be like hippies. Like I'm not going to be mad at them. They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
And then we're going to be the ones that are like, God damn it, and we're going to look like fucking boomers.
We're going to be the boomers while the hippies were growing up.
It's really sad because we're sliding up that chain. I'm noticing we're sliding up the chain because a lot of millennials now are turning 40. Fuck.
And the problem they don't realize is that we're going to still rule the world. Like they think it's going to fly, but we're not going to let it. We're tired of it.
No, we're actually finally getting
As we get older,
we're getting the grip.
We're going to have a grip.
Now.
We're going to have the grip.
We're finally going to get grip. And you know what?
Wait your turn, bitch. That's all I have to say.
Let me tell you,
wait till I'm in a nursing home and then claim you have all the...
Wait till a millennial's in charge, okay? We've been through the trauma. We've been through the tragedies. Yeah. We've been through the internet. We've been through not the internet. We've been through come home when the light's on. We've been... all through it, okay? We can be tracked now, okay? We have it all.
And we're not going to live till the climate disaster that you're going to experience. And good luck with it.
Yeah, because we tried.
Actually, and we're still
our
flying.
Generation
we're going to fly in first class. We're going to fly in private
that's something
jets.
I'm kind of tired of too.
And you know what?
It's all fake.
Goodbye.
Here's the thing. We all want to act like we're all these climate activists, but I'm hopping on a plane in 3 weeks.
Literally,
I drive my car around.
It's like I care, but also like no one
I
above
absolutely
me
care, but you can't
is presenting
care
with better
more
options.
than the next person because the next person's just going to do it. So it's like, what's the fucking point?
We just shouted over each other. I love it. This is like old. Not well. This is old. This is she's not doing so well. This is not well.
She's not doing so well.
Saturday is just our best. I'm sorry.
Saturday.
Okay. There's this recent trend with I've seen this recent trend where basically conspiracy theorists, January 6th type people, MAGA faggots are trying to out famous celebrities and other people as trans. So they're claiming people like Margot Robbie, Barbie, and they're claiming like literally everyone, like Katy Perry.
Because that's going to be healthy.
They're saying all these people are trans. And it's just like, well,
this is the same guy.
Like they're not trans. You just don't like them because they're liberal. And by the way, I'm done with the label liberal
I am
because
too.
most liberal people are liberal except for Palestine. And they're like fine with they're liberal, but then when it comes to like Biden just sent $150 million worth of weapons to Israel, bypassing Congress, which is controlled by Democrats, and they would not have supported this. But he bypassed Congress, sent $150 million worth of weapons over to Israel to bomb children in Gaza. And like these liberals aren't saying anything about it, but they're like, I'm liberal. I'm like, no, you're just the exact same as Republicans. Like, I don't really give a fuck. You call yourself Democrats, and it's like, yeah, Democrat. Okay, great. What does that mean?
Honestly, I think I'm more of an independent at this point. Like,
no, we are. Like the
Democratic
Democratic Party and the Republican Party are the same.
Both parties are
They
done.
both every year.
It's all about power.
Every year. They approve a budget for the Pentagon that's basically $1 trillion, but then tell us that they can't afford to forgive our loans, they can't afford health care,
They can't figure out our taxes,
they can't figure out
or if they owe us.
No, they can't figure anything out except how to promote war. And Raytheon and Boeing and Lockheed Martin and all these companies are like going to both parties and promoting both parties because they know that $1 trillion Pentagon budget is going to be wonderful for their profits.
What's fucked up is a quarter of that is missing, and they have no idea.
The Pentagon can't pass an audit to save their lives. Like they're like, well,
but we're penalized.
I guess we had $300 million that you gave us that we don't know where it went. But then we get penalized.
Then Stacey down the road,
you didn't pay your taxes last year.
Right.
You owe the government $2,000. You didn't pay it. You're going to jail.
It's a penalty.
Penalty.
The
Pentagon doesn't have $300 million. No one gives a fuck.
And
no one,
like, well,
no one's like, well, we better pass that budget again. We better come together as one. Bipartisan support.
We're going to shut down if we don't.
The Democrats and the Republicans are both trying to make everyone in America argue over this culture war bullshit of like trans people in sports.
They don't care.
Or abortion.
They want us to fight about that and not worry about the real stuff.
The real stuff is they're funneling all our tax dollars to these corporations to make trillions in profit to keep wars going in other countries that we don't even know about.
We don't care.
We don't even get it. We're like, wait, the U.S. is in where? Wait, we have a base where? Wait, we're fighting in, like, we're still in Somalia, fighting in Somalia. What does that have to do with anything? We're sending money to Israel so they can commit a genocide, but no one's talking about that. It's still going on. That's right. Secretary Blinken and Biden just sent another $150 million over to Israel yesterday. They bypassed Congress, which is the only body that's supposed to be giving out our tax dollars to other countries. It was an emergency.
This is a really good point that somebody else made is like, if we stick together, and I'm talking about everyone, not just one side or the other, but like, so for example, student loans, 9 million people didn't pay their first payment. And guess what the loan company said?
I found out I accidentally didn't.
I didn't either.
I found out I didn't.
Then I paid it off.
Oh, you did? Wow.
Yeah, I only had $1,000 left.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, I paid for a class I never graduated. So like,
amazing.
Yeah, awesome.
I wish I only had that left. But yeah, I was like, oh, I have something due in December, even though it started in October.
But if
I didn't pay it.
And this is the point.
And nothing happened.
They were like,
they're literally like nothing.
Well, no, because nobody paid. So they can't, nobody's going to pay it.
Right.
So if nobody pays it, they don't have money to then do whatever the fuck they want to do. So if we all stick together, this is a small example, but like if we can somehow come together and not worry about the politics part of it, but like facts maybe. And facts are not Fox News, CNN.
No,
it's none of it.
The media corporations are also corporations interested in profit.
They're paying.
They are friends with the government people and lobbyists to make more money. They want to control us. The stories they present to us are all bullshit.
Imagine if we didn't care. Like imagine we were just
we should turn off we should turn it all off.
We should, because then like commercials can't.
That's what's happened for me for Palestine. I'm like, we are watching it in real time, the genocide taking place on social media. CNN can't control it. Fox News can't control it. The U.S. government can't control it. They're like, no, they're not killing civilians.
Fake.
Israel's really trying to not kill civilians. And then we watch entire apartment blocks being blown up and crushed, and the children being pulled out, the little babies held upside down, covered in dust and dead. And we're like, no, they actually are targeting civilians, and you're sending our bombs over there like you just did yesterday, Biden. So my point is, what's the point of a Democratic president if that's what's happening with our money? Like, he's pro LGBTQ. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I'm married or not. It doesn't fucking matter to me. Oh, a trans girl can't play swimming in high school or college. I don't give a fuck about that. If our money under a Democratic president is going to blow up babies in another country, why should I give a fuck about trans athletes if that's what's happening with our money? If all of this is happening under a Democratic president that I'm being told, if you don't vote, everything's going to get terrible in America. No, it won't. We had 8 years of George W. Bush. Nothing bad. Like, what happened? Like, we are still here. We're still standing. All of this is manufactured to make us feel worried. They're like, vote like your life depends on it. It doesn't depend on it. I can let you know, half of American adults don't vote and nothing bad happens to them. They live their lives. So it's all pretend. We're being lied to.
Well, this is what causes
elections actually don't matter because the Supreme Court is controlled by hardcore far-right Republicans. So anything that we want to get elected and anything we pass in our Congress, even if it's all Democrat, even if the president's Democrat, the Supreme Court can strike down. I'm just letting you guys know you're being lied to. You need to check into it. And you need to check yourself.
Move.
Our system is fucked.
I want to move like Scotland, to be honest.
That's the real truth here. We don't really have a democracy.
No, it's all.
We have a republic.
We love to say that we do.
We think we have a democracy. We are not a democracy in America.
No.
We are not.
We are not.
We are controlled by 9 unelected individuals on the Supreme Court.
We're controlled by
period. We're controlled by corporations because in 2010 under Citizens United, the Supreme Court decided that corporations have the same rights as citizens, individual citizens. So corporations can contribute as much money as they want to the electoral process. Corporations are people, is what they said. And we're dealing with consequences because we don't have the power that corporations have. We don't have billions of dollars to throw around in elections to say we want this person, that person, and this person to get elected. And then they all get elected because, surprise, surprise, these corporations paid for all the commercials. These corporations paid for all the volunteer groups to go get out the vote. We don't have that power on an individual basis.
Yeah.
Our democracy is a joke. The United States is a joke.
It's not a free country.
Wake up, people. We're not a free country. I'm not trying to say like there's no hope. I'm just saying there isn't hope.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with America. I really feel like both parties are the exact same. They just want to argue about different topics. Like you have Lindsey Graham and the Republicans arguing about, well, Chick-fil-A has religious rights. And then you have other people on the left side being like, well, we're Democrats. We believe in individuals' rights for hormones and trans rights. And it's like,
we don't care about either.
What is going on?
Who really cares about either? Like who the fuck cares if Chick-fil-A's not open on Sunday?
I don't give a fuck if Chick-fil-A's not open on Sunday.
I don't give a fuck if you want a sex change.
I don't care who goes to Chick-fil-A anymore. You want to go to Chick-fil-A because they have good chicken? Go ahead. Oh, they're donating money to anti-gay corporations.
Everybody
whatever.
is.
Like everyone does. No one really gives a fuck about gays.
I mean, Pride's a perfect example of that.
Do we give a fuck about gay? Yeah, Pride.
I mean, I give a fuck about
We have our Pride
gay
parade and what happens? What happens during Pride Parade?
Corporate.
You see American Eagle and Abercrombie marching with like
had the biggest.
Walmart had the largest group, right? But who's Walmart? The Walton family down in fucking Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas. They don't give a fuck about gays.
They need us to buy. They need us to go to Walmart.
Yeah,
so we'll
they want the money.
God, Walmart was there. We could go to Walmart.
They want the money. We're run by corporations in America.
Here's what I want to say.
Yep.
This is why I feel like I need to be a corporation. If you can't beat them, we
incorporate yourself.
You gotta join them. If you can't beat them, join them. So, Not Well is now a online retailer.
I know. I've said a lot.
Sundries.
I told you I was in a ranting mood.
Nope.
I'm just done with the country. My sundry is veterinarians. I feel like they're fake. I feel like most vets don't really do a lot, and I think that we could just give injections of vaccines to our dogs if we wanted to or not. But a lot of times you take your dog to the vet, nothing happens, or like they're doing great, and that's $300. And these heartworm and flea medications we could just buy online. So I'm not sure why I have to go to a vet for that or get a prescription. And like for example, I take my dog to go grooming. I want to know what anal glands are. And I want to know, can you express the anal glands on yourself?
Ew, yeah, it's disgusting. Have you never had a dog express them?
Well, I see them like rub their asshole. Like I see them rub their asshole on the carpet. But I'm wondering, can I just do it myself and not pay $10 every time I take my dog grooming? Do you know what I mean?
Your dog should be able to do it to themselves.
What do they do?
When they poop, it's supposed to automatically. That's what helps.
Well, I think she does that, but it's like.
But they're going to tell you.
But every dog that goes to grooming, they say this happens to every dog.
But why?
I think the groomers are making it up. They're like, I'm like, so what happens if they can't
So the groomers are the same as our government.
Literally, this is
what you're saying.
This is the part that I'm trying to say.
This is where you can't beat them, join them. Honestly.
I'm like, what did we do 70 years ago? Like, did we really take our dogs to groomers every month and like make sure they're trimmed up and their anal glands were expressed? We probably just cut their hair when it got too long with scissors. And we probably,
I don't think we cut.
I think we let it grow to its natural length and let them run around. They're animals.
Can I just make a comment? It's
Go ahead.
controversial, and it's not my sundry, but I am with a doctor. Okay, but sometimes I feel like
it's all made up.
Yeah, they don't really do shit either.
Well, most of the
depends
time,
on the
most of the time
depends.
they don't. They're like, you have a cold, it's viral, no antibiotics, nothing.
Yep.
And you go home and you're like, so
Like,
I take
just
NyQuil.
But
And
this is also
that was $200.
But this also goes back to the fact that we don't have universal health care. So
yeah, if we did, we would go and be like,
deal.
oh, okay. And if I
Yeah.
get worse, I'll come back to you for free and it'll be fine.
But it's like, oh my God, I can't do a fucking appointment.
No,
like,
and when you get worse, you're like, I don't want to go back. I just went and they did nothing. They just did
$80
nothing.
I'm on the health savings plan. I mean,
And
it's
they
like,
did nothing.
So,
But like when I
get
have
it.
a dog, like I'm seeing animals where people are like, oh yeah, my dog has cancer. We're doing chemo.
Like, you understand-
And I'm like, wait a minute. You're paying $6,000 for chemo for your dog that has no idea what's going on, your dog that is tired from having cancer, but now you're giving it chemo and it's in pain, it's feeling tired and weak and doesn't want to eat because it's throwing up and nauseous and has diarrhea from the chemo. But you're doing chemo to keep your animal alive longer because you're attached to the animal. Why are we harming our pets? That's what I want to know, Bobby. Are we harming our pets to keep them around longer?
It depends. We do it to our people, so might as well do it to the pets.
Well, and that's a bigger problem. Like, grandma has dementia and has no
But
clue what's
she's
going
walking
on.
around still.
But maybe she had a stroke. We have to take her to the hospital. She could have had a stroke. She's talking funny.
You are so angry today.
And I'm like, grandma just has dementia. Leave her alone. If she had a stroke, she had a stroke. Who cares? What are you going to do? Fix the stroke?
So I just want to say to you that the
Go ahead.
2021, $23.4 billion is what the pet industry is worth. And it's gone
What's
up.
that?
Yeah, and it's been billions for years. I mean, it's going 69 million. I mean, yeah, so
For pets.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Keep in mind that.
Can I just say something though before you keep going?
Go ahead. I'm done. That's my sundry. I think it's ridiculous what we are doing to our pets.
I look at it on a whole other level though too. We buy plants.
Oh, I know.
The microphone. Like, how much money are these little industries?
Oh yeah,
they're making billions over
billions.
What? Twist ties, scrub daddies.
It's a fucking sponge, a artificial sponge cleaning tool.
But this is us.
It's a
This is
multi-million
what
dollar
we've been trained to do.
Corporation. This is capitalism.
We've been trained to do this.
It's capitalism.
We've been trained to go, we need that. And in order to get that, we have to work 40 hours a week and not. No, I'm done.
And you turn on your TV and you see endless commercials. You go on YouTube and every 5 minutes you get a commercial if you don't pay for the premium. And Hulu, you see commercials.
Oh, do you see now? Like you have to do. It's like
Amazon Prime just sent an email out saying they're now going to have commercials on all their shows. And
HBO
movies.
just went up.
HBO went up. It's like it's all about making more money. And we're just caught in the middle.
I get it. But like, when's the point of like, when are we gonna like just kind of?
What we all should just say no. Like I canceled Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I canceled so many things this past month. I haven't been to Starbucks in 3 months. I don't give a fuck. I can go to a local place for coffee, or I can just make coffee at home. Like there's no reason to spend money on all these places and be like, look, I got this. Well, I really love my this. I need this. I have to have this every day. It's a little treat. You actually don't need any of it. You just need nutrition, housing, and friends, love. That's it.
Well, this is why I keep saying like an RV sounds really great. Like just hop in the
Go
RV.
explore.
What do I need?
Right.
I need a bed. Sure, I could have my phone still and some of my electronics, but like, I don't. Why am I? It's
The
just
things
like,
that they tell you we need, we don't really need.
you're saving for not a future. You're saving for your death.
So what's
my
your
sundry
sundry?
is gonna kind of switch gears.
I love it.
My sundry is not a negative. It's a positive this
Good.
week.
Thank God, because all I've been is negative. Okay.
It's fine. You had to let it out, girl. Boy. They.
It's they, and you're misgendering me. You purposely misgendered me, and she did too.
And
you
now
said he,
I
she.
need to be comped. My sundry is, if you haven't seen Saltburn, watch it. I'm obsessed with it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I know, I'm not going to say any spoilers, but let me just tell you the performance by the lead is amazing. It's a really interesting
It's a good movie.
It's different. It's not like the greatest plot in the world, but it's got a very good, like, suspenseful until the end.
If you liked like Parasite, or you liked movies that have
It's darker.
It's commenting on society, but it's like an intriguing personal story
Yes,
too.
they basically, it's like they're telling you what's really happening through these characters.
I think it does happen in real life.
I'm not going to give away the plot. I don't want to give anything away, but all I'm saying is Barry Keoghan can fuck.
You.
Oh, I would.
That's the one time you would bottom. Bottoming would be in 2024 if it were Barry Keoghan.
If it was a famous person, bottoming would be in.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying.
Like just because I want the control.
We need the clout.
So, anyway. Okay. Well, that's my sundry. We are going to New Orleans in 3 weeks. So
2. Well, yeah, 3 here. We're still in December. I keep forgetting. I feel like it's January already, by the way.
Well, it is.
Like, it feels like, it's like, why are we still pretending?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We hope that you fulfill all your wishes and dreams.
Yeah. And by the way, we forgot to add, but resolutions are out in 2024.
Yeah.
Stop making resolutions. They're not real. You're not going to follow them. You're not going to keep up with them.
I decided.
I'm going to lose 15 pounds by February. It's unrealistic.
It is.
Just fucking stop.
Well, now, if you're going to do it, you better have money so you can get semaglutide. Be ready to be in debt. If you want to be skinny, you got to be in debt. Okay? This is healthcare. This is America.
It's real.
This has been another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
Je m'appelle Jim.
Je m'appelle
Bobby.
Nothing today was. I mean, we went there.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's okay.
having a moment. Like I just am I'm tired of life. I'm tired of life. We had the holidays. I'm like, I have so many complaints.
This is what happened before you met your last boyfriend. So maybe we'll meet a new person tonight.
I'm kind of hoping, but okay.
Okay, so call us 614-721-5336.
614-721-5336.
She's not doing swell at gmail.com. Thank you so much. Subscribe or whatever. Do all your shit. Leave us some reviews, goddammit.
And thank you, Thatcher. But the Pacific Northwest does have a high proportion of serial killers, so I just want to throw that out, Thatcher.
Thatcher, thank you so much. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Happy New Year 2024.